Okay guys, so the last video you saw was a rant and rave, and normally we don't do a part 2 on a rant and rave. This is just kind of a follow-up. So at the end of the day, like I told you, the owner had phoned around, couldn't find the parts anywhere, had bought parts at Mopac, which told him they would fit, they will work, guaranteed. They didn't work. You heard the rant, you heard the rave. So I ended up sourcing out the parts. It's an amazing thing what a computer can do for you. As much as I hate computers and technology because I don't like change, they are a wonderful thing. As long as you're not on them 24 hours a fucking day and you forget about everyone else around you. You got that? Okay, good. Big thumbs up for that one. Anyway, so here's the car that someone had mentioned they see in the background. It's a 65, this is it, the 65 Ford Fairlane 500. This is the one we're having the issues with all the brakes. So at the end of the day, how I solved the problem with the brake booster and the master cylinder was, I went on eBay. Now eBay is a wonderful thing sometimes because they give part numbers on eBay. And what I found on eBay was they listed the master cylinder and they listed the booster for this car. And they showed the part number. Now I took the part numbers and I phoned every part store I could up here in my local area. And everyone said, yeah, the numbers are good, but nobody has anything. So what did I do next? I phoned the United States. Our good old American friends. I phoned O'Reilly, I phoned Napa, I tried them all. Now, we were able to get everything out of O'Reilly and Bellingham. Bellingham had everything we needed and it was awesome. And you know what? When I phoned down there and I said, I got a 65 Ford Fairlane, here's the part numbers, can you look it up and see if you can get them? They were on it just like that. They were tickled pink I had the part numbers. They never told me, well, why don't you phone a supplier and see if you can find them yourself. They found them for me. Okay. Now I shouldn't be saying this online, it's no one's business what he spent, but I'm going to say it just to show you guys, give you guys an example. If you're looking for something and you can't find it, I found this booster on eBay. Now on eBay this booster was $224 US dollars. Okay, well I took the part number and I phoned Napa, they couldn't cross it over, but O'Reilly did. O'Reilly had the booster out a day away, $99 American, 99 bucks US. Master cylinder was on eBay. The cheapest I found the master cylinder on eBay was, I believe it was $44 or $54, something like that. Now granted here, the owner's going to be watching this video, he's going to listen to this. I found the master cylinder. It was out of O'Reilly's also. They were able to find it. It was $88. Now, yes, the master cylinder was more. But the time I would have paid the shipping and all the bullshit and would have had to sit and wait for a week with his car down, I just bought both items at O'Reilly. So O'Reilly Parts Store out there in Bellingham, thank you big time from us Canadian boys up here. And thank you from Old Time Garage. So that's it. We solved the problem. The brakes are working. The customer's happy. He's going to be on his way. And that's it. So that's the conclusion of this rant and rave where we left off. So there you go. It's a little 4-door. It's his winter car. Nothing too spectacular. It's a neat little car. You know. It's actually pretty straight. If you gave it a paint job and did something cool with it, it would look pretty good. But other than that, hey, it's kind of cool to be cruising around on an old car in the winter rather than a new one. So our newest and latest project in here, as you see, is a 29 Model A 4-door sedan. It's got a completely rebuilt flathead motor in it. The motor actually was built by Bruce Brown, who you've seen, the old school hot rodder in town. Bruce built the motor for this guy. I don't know what to tell you about it, because I really don't know what's done to the motor other than what I see. It's got feed heads and dual carbs. This guy's been building this car for the last 3 years or so. So he brought it to us and he said, look, I want you to get the wiring done, because as you can see, there's no wiring. We still got the area out to get to the back of the dash. So we got to wire the whole car. We got to hook up the fuel lines. We got to get the motor primed up and running. We got to pump up the brakes, get the brakes bled. We got to put the glass in it. Now the owner sprayed this car in a gray primer, and he's going to leave it in gray primer. He put a flat clear over top of it. And hey, that's to each their own. I personally don't think I would leave it in the gray primer. I don't think it does a lot for the car, but that's all fine. He likes it, and that's all that matters. What else can I tell you? He took the original headlights, and he took the headlight bar off. So he's just mounted the headlights directly to the fenders. He's made some little Nerf bar pieces here on the front. He's done a few cool touches. He did this to the radiator cap. Looks like he's soldered it on there, or maybe he put it on with lead. No, I think he soldered it on there. So that's pretty cool. We come around to the driver's side.
I like the fan.
The fan's pretty cool the way he two-part painted it. Yes. Let me remember. God, I can't remember how these doors open. Maybe have a sec here. I think. Whoop! I got one latch. Probably won't get the other latch here. What have we got going on here? Somewhere. Holy shit! I better figure this out. Okay, I got the doors open. There we go. Now what he's done is this is a 4-door. He took the post out of there. He actually took the post out and he's made it all part of the back door. So when you open it, there you go. But anyway, we'll take a look. So there's all the wiring and goodies he brought us. Take a look. He's got his piston for his drop down on his steering column. He's put a little V8 emblem in there. He's made up some brake pedal pads. It looks like they're just, oh, they're gunshots. They're bullets. Very cool. I didn't even know what they were. I thought they were bolts with the heads ground down a bit. But anyway, they're bullets. So he's added his own personal touches, and that's what cars are all about. Now he's cut the dash out, and what he's doing in the dash is he got a gauge cluster. This is actually an aftermarket gauge cluster, and it's meant to fit a 49 to 50 Ford shoebox car. And he's using that in the center cluster. So that's what's going on there. So it looks like he's got all the wiring in there. He's got his oil filter, his Beehive oil filter. Very cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Very, very cool. He's got his red spark plug ignition wires that we got to put together for him. So that's what's happening. Let's get around the. There we go. So around the back, he's already got the exhaust done, dual exhaust. I don't even know if you can see way underneath there. He's even done some old painting himself under there. So he's pinstriped the shocks himself. He's just farting around with it. Just farting around. So that's what's going on with this car. We're going to get a few things done for him, get up and running. So this is going to be Darren's next little project here in the shop. So this will be fun for Darren. He hasn't seen it yet. He'll be in tomorrow. And maybe I'll bug Darren and I'll ask him if there's any wiring tips he can give you guys. I'll tell him we want to film you guys for a wiring tip because he's a hard man to get to film. He doesn't like being on film whatsoever. But we'll see what we can do there. But anyway, okay guys, hey, I've never had so many people respond into my rant and rave. Thanks a lot for responding in. Big thumbs up. All of us at Old Time Garage appreciate you that are watching us, and I don't know what else to tell you. Check out our website, check us out on Instagram, and that's about it. And we are working on t-shirts. Our t-shirts are coming along. We're hoping to get them to you before Christmas. So anyway, that's it. Remember, it's always a good time at Old Time. We'll see you next time.